If you're taking the SAT now and you see these 5 questions, what will be your score? This may be the hardest 5 questions you will see on the SAT. Are you ready? Model 2 training for the August SAT. Keep track of your record. Grab a pen and paper. Let's go. First question. They said the function f, g, h are defined by this, right? And they've given you the domain. These are the function f, g, and h. They say which of the following equation display a constant or a coefficient, the minimum value of the function defines. This is exponential function. It looks intimidating, but let me make it easy for you. I'll use algebra and then show you how to use Desmos. Very, very important you understand the function. If you understand the function, this is 5 seconds problem, but it's hard and you have to look at it carefully. If B, exponential function ABS, this is the general, right? B, if it's what? Greater than 1, that means we are increasing. If we are increasing the domain, the minimum value occurs as s equal to 3, the lowest one. If B is less than 1, that means we are decreasing. The minimum value actually occurs at the bigger number, x equal to 6. And now you substitute that information in the function they've given you, or you put it in Desmos. So let me show you the first one. F of s, if you put it in, we're not going to solve all the answers, but I'll show you 3.6. If you put s equal to what? This, look at it. The base is what? Increasing. Therefore, I'll put 3 here, and I'm going to have 6 minus 3, right? And this is equal to what? 3.6 divided by that. This is your minimum value. It's not displayed here. You got to multiply 3 by 0.6 divided by 6 to the power third. Therefore, this is wrong. That's all. You don't have to calculate everything. Just look at it. It has to be displayed in front of you without not doing anything. The second function, g of x, you have 0.09375.5. And this is what? The 0.5 is the base. Therefore, this is actually decay. Decay, 6 minus 6 is 0. That means this is 1. Your answer choice is 0.09375. This is display. I don't have to do anything. I can see it right here. Therefore, this is good. The next one, you do the same thing. 1 over 3 times 9.6, 1 over 6. This is also a decay, but look at it. 6, if it's a decay, right, this is decaying. The minimum value occurs at the maximum, which is the 6. Therefore, 6 minus 2 is what? 4. This is your minimum. It's not displayed. I have to multiply 1/3 by 9 by 0.6 times 1 over 6 all to the cube. Therefore, this is also wrong. Like I told you, 5 seconds problem. If I'm taking this is what I would do. I look at it, I can read the function, understanding of the function using algebra become easy. And therefore, only 2 is your right answer. Let me show you how to use Desmos. Same thing. For Desmos, let's plot the first function. Put the second function also in the system. Then the third function. Now put your domain that you've been given that would restrict the graph. Input both the domain to all the functions. So I'm going to just copy and input it in all of them because the restriction applied to them. And you see now, this is the graph it will give you. It will shorten the graph within that range, not to infinity. And you can see how beautiful it is. And you can see everything now. So let me show you. This is what it will look like. Perfect, beautiful graph. Now, take one of them, f of s. F of s, let me take this graph off. F of s is that you can see is what? Increasing. The minimum value will occur here. What is your minimum value? You can find the value. What is it? 0.003. The minimum value is here, 0.008333. We don't see it here. Therefore, this is absolutely wrong. We don't see the coefficient or constant as a minimum value. If I bring the g of s, you can see g of s, we prove that it's a decay. The minimum value occur at the bigger number 6, which is what? 0.09375. 0.09375. We see it right there. Therefore, the minimum value is displayed. Let's go to the h. H is also a decay, but the minimum value which occur at 6 is what? 0.00147. This number that we calculated, it does not do that. We do not do the full calculation, but it's not actually displayed. And this is how you use Desmos for this kind of question. You have to put the domain and it will decrease the graph for you. And then you have to interpret it so know that which one is a decay, which one is what is actually increasing, and what should be the shape of the graph. This is a classic exponential function question. If you know how to do it, Desmos will help you, but this is how you plot it. Next time, this is the way you should do it, or just by looking at it, algebra, 5 seconds, boom, you're done. Question 2 is a frequency mean question. You can also use Desmos. I'll show you both, but I need to explain the algebra for you. Look, the data set is that. They've given you this data set. They said as a property that the mean is equal to the median. What is the sum of all possible value of S? This is a tricky question. So you have this data set, 11, 15, 31, and X. And they said the mean is equal to the median. What are the all possible value of X? What should be X be? When you see this kind of question, think about it. The mean is going to be what? 11 plus 15 plus 31 plus X over 4. And this should give you what? 57 plus X over 4. Stick with this. Where should the X be? It can be anywhere, right? To give you the median change. So assuming this is the norms, 11, 15, 31, move the X around. So the first thing we can say, we got to give it the range. The first range is what? The 11 is greater than or equal to X. That means this is your arrangement. X, 11, 15, and 31. This is our 4 arrangement. If this is so, the mean is going to be the same. The only thing that is changed is the median. Therefore, median is will be average of that. So this over 2 divide is equal to what? 57 plus X over 4. And then you calculate this. This is going to give you -5. You can do the calculation, it's straightforward. The next thing, S can also be what? Between the range of that 15, right? Equal to or greater than. And therefore, we're going to have what? 11, X, 15, and 31. So that's our next group. The median is going to be X plus 15 over 2 is equal to what? 57 plus X over 4, right? And then you find X. In this form, you're going to get X to be equal to what? 27. But look, you got to prove it. Don't stop there. We say X has to be greater than 11, but less than 15. This is not true. Therefore, we cancel that. We say we reject this one. The next one, you move to what? Between 31 and you go backward. So the next one, S come here. So we have 15 less than equal to X and 31. And that arrangement will be 11, 15, X, 31. You can see it's the same. The median will be X plus 5 over 2, which is the same as this. And this situation is satisfied because 27 is between that. And therefore, we can pick that one. And the last one is when 31 is greater than X. And that's the last one. So this is the way you have to go about it. Do each one of them. I'll show you the Desmos. Desmos is straightforward. But this is the way algebraically, this is the understanding of that. So we're going to have 1 is greater than or equal to X. Then we're going to have what kind of arrangement? Think about it. 11, 15, 31, and X. And so this is going to give you what? 31 plus x over 2, or equal to our mean over here. And this actual value give you 35. The question says sum of all possible value, which is what? Minus 5 plus 35 plus 27. And this is your right answer, right? This is what you do, and you sum them together. Let me show you the how to do it in Desmos. There's a trick where you can force the system to think that way. So let me show you. So what you need to do is put your list down. So we can say M is our list of numbers. So we have 11, 15, 31, and X, right? And we say, okay, I need to find the mean. So I'll say Y, which is f of S, is the mean of what? M. And I say the same Y is because they are the same, is the median of M. And it's going to plot a nice graph for me, and you see what it looked like. This is the function. It looked busy. Don't worry, I got you. Take the green out, and boom, you have these two alone. This is all you care about. And this is the graph. You can see where intersect, those are your answers. So let's look at the first one. We get 35 right there, right? Second one, 27, same thing we got. And the third one is minus 5. So we have minus 5 plus 27 plus 35. And that's our right answer. So that value, X, can be the sum of all of them is 57. So this is the way you can calculate them, but this is what it look like. This is how you do, you use mean and median calculation, forcing Desmos to give you the value. There is no other intersection because you can see that the graphs are separating from each other, and therefore this is where it's concentrated. And it depends, no matter how many numbers they give you, this is the way you have to set it up. But no, the condition given, the mean and the median are the same. That's why I use Y is equal to mean and median. And then you have to define your function, and then you get the right answer. Question 3 is a polynomial function. This takes a lot of information that you should be comfortable with. It tests about factors, remainders, and how to apply calculations regarding complex polynomial. So you've been given this polynomial function. You have 3 unknowns, M, K, and N. They said they are all constant. They said this polynomial P of X is divisible by X minus 2. You have to understand what this means. The remainder when P of X is divided by X plus 1 is 12. You have to understand what that means too. This function, I know you know. P is equal to 1 is equal to 6. And they want you to find this. This is the key. Write this down if you don't know. Based on the theorem, which SAT love to ask, whenever something is divisible, it's a factor. If it's a factor, then X minus 2 is equal to 0. X is equal to what? 2. Therefore, P of 2 is 0. You can put this in the equation and you get what? Values of K and M and N, like an equation, because you can't solve it right now. They said the remainder P of X is divided when X plus 1 is equal. The rule is if it's divisible by as a remainder, set this equal to 0. So X plus 1 is equal to 0. X is equal to what? Minus 1. So you put minus 1 in the system, and this is the remainder. So P minus 1 is actually 12. We know giving P1 is equal to 6. This, you don't need to do this algebra. You can just put in Desmos, right? If you try to do algebra, you get 3 functions. So, and you have to put it back in Desmos anyway. I don't want you to substitute. You can regress it and you get the right answer. So let's get to it. Have all those numbers. What you do first is just put a P, define your function as usual when it comes to Desmos. So we have this as our function so that Desmos can understand why you're giving them all these constants, and it can figure it out for you. So KMN, we don't know. But we can say that I know that when I have what? P of 2, I know something about it. If I have P of -1, I know something about it. So is P of 1. And what do I know about it? P of 2 is actually 0. And then a P of -1, we've been given is 12. That's the divisibility. And then the remainder, and P of 1 is actually 6. And you're done. Your K is -3, M is -4, N is 12. And therefore, we asked to calculate 2K, right, minus M plus N. And you get 10. Like I said, you can do the algebra and then put in Desmos bar. We can regress it after we find the actual points, P2, P1, and P-1. And then you get your right answer is 10. This is a very nice polynomial question that tests a bunch of concepts that SAT wants you to know. Question 4, it looked complicated. You can do algebra in Desmos, but I think Desmos wins. So we're going to do the Desmos. If you want to know more about the algebra, put it in the comment. I will make a video where I will solve it for you. But this function is all Desmos. And let me show you how you can use Desmos. Desmos, I suggest you split the function based on what they're asking you. They're giving you this function and they say K is a positive integer. It has no resolution. What is the least possible value? Okay, so I'm going to say f of s is actually equal to s squared, and this is divided by the complex function they've given us. So s squared minus k squared. That's the first one. The second one, just I'll make it g of x. Let me say 99 minus k squared. Same function, square root of s squared minus k squared. Now, just pick a slider and you got this. Look at the graph. It looked complicated. They said, what is the least possible value of k to make this no solution? You can see that the graphs are intersecting, right? The blue and the green. I'm going to move this and I can see that they're moving away. If I move this, they just basically still intersecting. I can see that based on the answer choice they've given me, look at it. It says a positive integer. There's no way going to there's no need going to the negative portion of the integer. So it has to be a positive. And this is the graph. And I'll move all the way to 10. They're still intersecting. Let me make it 40. And 40, you can see the graphs move away. Very beautiful graph. You can see one goes up, one goes down. Is this the least one I should get? And so you go down, you can see there's intersection. This is not an integer. So I get 33. There's two solutions, right? 33, two solutions. Therefore, I need to do something. 39, 38, 38, two solution. Therefore, it has to be what? 36, 35.5, 35. There's one solution. And the least possible number has to be an integer. It should be 36. And so this is the right answer. K has to be 36. When the K is 36, there's no solution. When K is 35, there's one solution. Beautiful, elegant structure. And this is the way the SAT will ask you. Sometimes they want to calculate value. Sometimes they will want you to find solution of the equation. And this is this question all over it. Manufacturing company reduced its energy consumption during 2 consecutive years, so 2 years. In the first year, the energy consumption decreased by what? 8%. So if it's the first year, well, 1 minus A over 100 is what is going to decrease because it's decrease, it's not increase. In the second year, the reduction is by B%. So second year is what? 1 minus B over 100. It's a both decrease the company's energy consumption by 72. Therefore, this plus this is going to lead with what? 72 reduction, right? 72% reduction. And he said the sum of the two yearly percentage decrease is what? 30. Well, A over 100, B over 100 is equal to 30 over 100. Then solve it. They're asking what is the smallest of the two percentage decrease. Well, figure out from Desmos, and then you'll be golden. So we know the first percentage increase is 1 minus A over 100. So that's the first one. The second one is the same thing, 1 minus what? B over 100 because of the percentage. But these goes to what? It regrets to what? Based on what they've told us, we know that it's 72% reduction. Therefore, I know 72 over 100. The second issue was A plus B should be equal to what? 30% reduction. Therefore, A is a percentage over 100 plus B over 100 should give me 32%. 30%, sorry. And these are your right answer. You have 10 and 20. Which one is the smallest? It's 10, right? Straightforward, complex percentage question, but you can use Desmos to do that. You can also do calculation, but this is Desmos. Let Desmos think for you. 5 questions. How did you do? This is maybe the hardest questions you've seen because of conceptual questions and analysis of the question. But they are not difficult. Know the concept. I love algebra. If I know algebra, Desmos become my baby. It's easy for me to put the information in. So learn the details of the information, and then when you put it in Desmos, it will just pick the answer for you. Thank you for watching. If this video helpful, just put a little bit of comment. If there's a question you have issue with, put it in the comment and I'll answer it. Take care, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe for more content like that. Good luck in your SAT that is coming up, and prepare for your 800. Thank you for watching.